I'm Ryan Schubert. This is Aaron Sampson.
How's it going?
And we just got off of playing a whole bunch of Titanfall yesterday, and we're gonna go revisit Battlefield 3.
Second Assault just came out for premium players for the next 2 weeks for,
And by
I
revisiting
exploded.
Battlefield 3, I mean we're playing Battlefield 4.
So Second Assault just came out. Yeah, we're like totally sleep deprived from like covering Titanfall this week. So Second Assault is now out for premium members for PC, PS4, Xbox 360, and whatever else it did not come out on.
Right, previously only available on Xbox One. It includes Caspian Border, Operation Firestorm, Metro, and my personal favorite, Gulf of Oman.
All with a 24 on the end, or 2014 on the end of it.
So you don't get confused as to which game you're playing.
Yeah.
So here we are going down the tower in
you wanna
Caspian, is that correct?
Just run down what a Second Assault is. Oh, you have to maintain lock with the javelin now.
Yeah.
I decided.
Old javelin habits, man.
I decided to take the javelin back out for a spin. So it was kind of weak before.
It got patched,
It
right?
got patched. This is the first time that I've started screwing around with it. Oh, so one of the things is there's also some new weapons, like you get the Dow shotgun back, the old, M60.
Yep, the M60.
Vietnam style machine gun.
The ASVAL.
Yeah. You know the funny thing about the ASVAL was that thing was the first thing that leaked into Battlefield 4. It's really weird the way that they rolled this out. It's like weapons and dog tags like started leaking onto Battlefield 4 before the game actually released, or the expansion actually released. And the ASVAL was one of the first things to leak onto it.
I think the javelin's still too weak. I don't know. I might be in a minority here, and I know that the community does not really approve of the massive number at this point of lock-on weapons for anti-air and everything. But the javelin, at least in 3, was just so mostly useless anyway, unless you were really just focusing on vehicles. I mean, obviously all you could do was really shoot ground vehicles unless you had a SOFLOM lock-on. And I'm getting a laptop so I can see the chat. And okay, there's Tay. Tay's in here.
Nice. All right, let me get to work here with a 50. Why don't you take any questions people might have?
Okay. What's up?
So this is the Caspian 2014. This is the one map that they really sort of redid. The other maps are a little bit more true to their original form. We're just gonna sit on this hillside, dude. Let's do that.
Hold on, I'm signing into the Twitch chats.
The other maps are a little bit more
With my
true
own
to
login.
original form.
That's cool.
This is the one map that I feel like they significantly redid. So you have this giant, actual legitimate border wall here in the middle. If I can make it over here and raise and lower this bridge, apparently I get the Dow.
Is that a destructible wall? Like, can a tank put a hole in that?
I believe portions of it are destructible. I think there was an engineer that ran in here. Let's see where he went. So you have these.
So Sons of Guns for Life is just asking real quick how many maps there are, and there are 4 maps. There 3 of which are from.
Oh no! I did the front knife.
Why did you do the front knife?
Oh, sleep deprivation. All
So
right,
there
I'm
are
gonna
4
step it up.
maps. 3 of them are from Battlefield 3, and one of them is from all the way back to Battlefield 2, Gulf of Oman, which did appear in the Back to Karkan pack last time on Battlefield 3. So if you want to get technical, I guess you could argue that they're all from Battlefield 3.
Should we do a slam car?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do this. Get in. Get in. Let me get in. There we go. All right, let's do a slam car. This is gonna work. I have faith in the slam car.
I don't have faith in the slam car, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, faith in the slam car. No, faith in the slam car. Ah. No. No. Oh, we're disabled.
Oh,
No. We're getting.
that didn't go so well.
I drew them away from the middle. All right. No, I'm not too terrible in a helicopter. I'm just going to forewarn you, do not expect fantastic gameplay today.
So I
Seriously
now
saved
I
the bread.
played 3 on 360, and you spent some time though playing it on PC.
Oh God.
Are these the same? Is this the same objective placement? It looks like it to me, but I didn't play
I
Conquest
think
Large.
the objectives were further out in the distance. For the
Okay,
most part.
because those D and C objectives are the same.
You and I mostly just played on 360. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Nice.
Up. That's the anti-aircraft gun, which
Is brutal.
is kind of brutal. I
Yeah,
think-
that's another thing
did
people
they
are
limit-
really calling for a
Did they
patch
finally
on.
limit the range on that thing?
There was.
Up.
I don't remember if they patched the range yet, or whether that's something they were investigating. Because they had a post a little while ago that said, "Well, we're looking into certain issues, but we haven't made a decision yet on whether we're going to do anything."
So I had some serious issues with the way that thing could take down an AC-130 from all the way across the map. I felt that that was kind of. Oh,
See, now
God.
you're getting hit with it. Okay, so I guess from a pilot's perspective, I can see why you'd want that patch.
Nope. What was that? Somebody's got a rocket somewhere. That's probably a plane. I'll pull out a not javelin in a second here, and we'll maybe test the wall destruction.
Oh, that would be good.
Nope.
Or just grab a main battle tank.
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy up there. What are you doing, buddy?
So I'm going to be honest too. On 360, I think Caspian was one of my least favorite maps. I thought it was actually okay for Rush, and I know that it was sort of like a good large conquest vehicle map, but that just didn't come across on the consoles at all.
Nope. Where? There's somebody on the mini-map right in front of me. He's probably up. There he is.
Oh, well, he's no more.
He was stabbed and forgotten. Well, my team's doing well. I'm just getting warmed up here. See, I got to get to the middle, though, so I can get my Dow shotgun. That's what I want to do.
Go get your Dow shotgun.
I have to raise and lower the gate. Unfortunately, the middle of the map is where everybody is. I'm already taking sniper fire. Oh, God.
He's behind you, man.
Yep. Oh, that was a claymore, fortunately.
Fortunately, you're not
was a
playing
friendly.
hardcore. Hardcore, you set him off no matter what.
Oh, I see him. He's on that left side of the wall.
Yep.
All right, where you at, buddy?
I think he's on the wall. He might be on the wall.
Yeah, you can get on the wall. I mean, this is really the one map that they've done a lot of work on. You can also
I do like
open
that.
and, you can open and close these shutters, which is kind of nice. All right, so that's my guy.
He's behind you. He's on.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Can my team handle it? All right. Well, this weapon is not effective at this range anyway, but why not?
If he just stands there, you're gonna get him.
Man, if I make it, all right, 10 bucks. Do you think? I think the javelin will kill me if I fire it from the interior here, right? Because it goes up first. You think it can make it out?
Yeah, I think you can make it.
All right, we're gonna find out. Oh, made it
Yeah,
out.
totally
Nice.
Yeah, it's got a good, 10 meter.
Oh crap! Javelin's different now.
Yeah, you gotta remember.
Got to remember to lock onto it. Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right. Well, he's repairing it. Nope.
And that sniper's still out there somewhere.
Miss me, sniper. What the heck? All right. There. Yeah, but nah, that's kind of creating problems for me.
It's too bad you can't just open one side.
You think he will have forgotten I'm here?
Yes.
Oh, that one
With
went in the
somebody
ceiling.
else. Oh.
Was that the?
I thought maybe there was a tank on the other side.
Oh.
Oh, finally hit you.
All right. Well, Thanks for blocking my view with an ammo snack. Well, actually, that's not an ammo snack.
Yeah, that was a full
Full
meal.
ammo pack.
That was a full ammo meal.
You and I were just sort of debriefing on the ammo snack issue. Like, what was the point of those things?
You know, that's something I've been trying to figure out. I don't know why you would include a piece of equipment that is completely useless once you unlock another piece of equipment. So it's, I mean, I guess similar to like Slam versus Mines, you can like you can toss the snacks, but you know, further, and you have more of them. So maybe there's something to that.
So javelins, not finding them to be much more useful than before. Let's go with a little direct fire action.
Yes, Raw.
And I probably should get away from.
Yeah, you're not on a really like a PDW map here.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I really like the MP7, but let's go. I've been messing around with the SIG a bit.
I like the 5.53 actually.
I still think the 5C is the best weapon, one of the best weapons in the game. All right, all we gotta do is raise and lower it. Oh, for the love of God, let me raise and lower it so I can get my Dow.
See, he's just like camping so that you don't. No, he's moving around.
All right, now I need a wall run. Oh wait.
Come on, man, use your double jump wall run.
Oh, I got a parachute. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully that douche is not in the same place he was. All right, there's one on this side. We're gonna do this. Raise it. Come on. Lower it. What?
It's maybe not working.
That's all it said for the Dow. Oh. All it said was to raise and lower it.
You maybe just raised it. You maybe need to raise and lower.
I raised and lowered it. All right, let's get some slam mines in there. We'll also maybe check out a couple other modes. Or I may just hand the controller over to Ryan Schubert to my right. All right. This is actually, since the first preview event, this is
if you hand it over to me, you're gonna be driving Super Mega Loser crazy, because he can't stand people playing PC games with a gamepad.
I don't have a problem with it. I'll go with whatever works. See if I can sucker it in there.
What are is raising and lowering the only part of the assignment?
All right, which way did he go? I already have.
Or Techno Dude saying you need a shotgun ribbon.
I already have
right?
I have the shotgun ribbon.
Okay.
All right, where are you at, tank? Whoa. That's my guy. Where did Mr. Tank go off to?
I've definitely been completely wiped out by the Dow a few times, though.
I was always a big fan of the Dow.
From what I've seen, it works really well with the dart ammo.
Nope. Maybe use some of these nice indestructible walls. Nope. That sounded like somebody shooting.
It sounded like a support guy drawing attention to your position.
Good job. Nope, they're coming.
What?
What?
Oh.
What?
Nonsense.
I'm not clear what just occurred. I was already damaged, probably. I could get up on the wall and snipe. Oh yeah, let's do this.
It's damaged. Okay.
We'll get undamaged. No, don't hit a tree. Don't crash. I don't know. Let's throw it out there to the comments. What are people thinking about Second Assault? People who have owned Xbox Ones, who own Xbox Ones, have been playing this for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, Xbox One's had it for like 2 months now, I think.
Yeah.
About. Got a sniper or something over there.
Whoa, that is indeed a sniper. And we're getting flanked to the right too.
Yeah.
Where you at, buddy? Nice. All right. Well, here's one cool thing you can get out of this, assuming I don't get shot in the back. There's a lot of ways to escape this.
Interesting.
You can also get out through a tunnel over here.
Now that is something that we were talking about back when it was in Battlefield 3. We talked about how it would have been cool to have some underground.
Yeah, the one thing that would have made this
But
map...
we wanted an objective underground, which we never got.
I'll take it. So you can run down here. Yeah, our one comment for this map was always it could definitely use an underground bunker, which they put in. So that's kind of cool.
You are in a very bad place.
I'm sure I am. Yep, this guy's like across the river. And there's a tank. And the tank knows where I am. I could like sneak back underneath.
Oh, I think there is a request to remove the laser sight dialogue.
Oh, sorry. I also had to remap this thing. All right. Well, my team's sort of helping.
So just want to turn that on and off, or
What is it, T? There we go.
there we go.
Yeah, because then you're actually hiding. Oh, survive! Survive!
Bob Jones says they sure are quiet. Also, is this the return of FPS Friday?
We haven't really been able to secure an FPS Friday slot, but we will be playing games sort of as they come up.
Definitely.
Wow, that guy's like,
Whoa.
wow.
So,
Oh,
so this one, this
Seems to be
appears
a
to be
very-
the one that's been at least cosmetically the most changed. But I'm thinking if you can't get the raise and lower that gate soon, we should switch maps.
okay.
I would vote for I don't know. What does anybody in the chat have a preference to what we should switch over to after Caspian?
Everybody, used to love Metro. That was a big one.
Yeah, Metro.
Metro was
Metro was
always
funny.
the most popular.
Well, it was good for grinding your unlocks for infantry weapons.
Wow, this is a very sniper-friendly map right now.
It was so funny too. I remember, Metro was the beta map, and everybody played it for 2 weeks, and everybody, I remember in forums and everything, were just saying they couldn't wait till the full game came out so that they could just stop playing Metro and never play it again.
And then they all went back and
Yeah,
did
6
nothing.
months later, it was the most popular map again, and all of a sudden, Metro-only servers and everything.
Yep.
You got. We're getting more shit for your hints, your hint issues.
Oh. All right, let me go into the menu and turn that off in a second.
Oh, but I also toggled your fire mode.
That could be bad. Yep, looks like my recon guy got him.
I love how the forest objective has no forest. Just saying. Maybe it did at the beginning of the match.
Actually,
Right
I should
there.
switch over to my Type 88 because that is my favorite weapon in this entire game.
You're an LMG man.
Yeah, I'm definitely an LMG man. I'm gonna switch over right after this.
I have to admit, I had it took me until I got to the 240 and MG4 to really enjoy the LMGs.
I think the LMGs at a higher level, once you get a bipod and 2x flare, basically turn into automatic sniper rifles.
Yeah. I thought the LSAT was okay. I'm always looking for something that's a little bit more run and gun, and I do like to have a go-to for just posting up somewhere, but since they made the M60 a second assault only weapon, the 240B has been my go-to.
So this was my weapon of choice. Let's go.
We've got one,
Let's go nasty with the
two,
UCAF.
maybe 2 requests for Metro. 1 request against Metro, but not with an alternative suggestion. And Pedo86 is wondering whether we can take suggestions for which guns to use.
Anything that I have unlocked.
All right, so we'll take suggestions on the weapons.
Oh.
I see why you're using the, is that the flare?
Yeah.
I think I've only unlocked one of them. Oh, I must have gotten another one because I have all of the, oh.
What up, team?
Because I have all the, do I have all the unlocked? I'm trying to remember now.
I'm level
I think I have
49.
almost everything on the M4.
I have a confession to make. I did use the pistol unlock kit. I felt entitled after level 49.
You
Alright.
used the shortcut
Yeah, I felt like
on the pistols.
I kind of wish that it was tied to your level like it was in Battlefield 3. I feel like by level 49, if you don't have all the pistols unlocked, it's just never going to happen. Like, you're clearly not using pistols as a primary. Oh, I could buzz bomb. Should I use the buzz bomb?
Yes.
All right.
And we've got another hint.
Let's see if I can make. Nope.
Oh no! You got DMR'd. It took him like 3 shots, but he got you.
I could get back into the helicopter, assuming. Yep.
Somebody, okay, we're not doing knife only, all right?
You could do that if you really want to. All right.
1 vote for balls out LMG. Just hold that, lean on the trigger until it runs out of ammo.
All right. Well, I need some targets first. Yep. There we go.
Wow, you know, on a bipod, that is pretty savage.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, I'm liking that scope.
I saw the guy go over here. It's a good way to get reconned. Yep.
No, unfortunately, there is no way to do dual wielding in this game. Not the Call of Duties.
They figured us out. Where's the hole?
I was about to say, when's the nade coming?
So yeah, Type 88 heavy barrel, 2x flare, which is a just random unlock from the advanced
that's a
battle packs.
pack, yeah.
All right, let's use the buzz bomb just because.
Oh, the battle packs.
Why not? Why not use? Oop, he's behind me.
I think thanks to battle packs, I have almost every attachment for the MX4 that I've never used.
All right, there's a recon guy over there. Let's kill him. Let's do this. The tank doesn't get me first.
I have a feeling the tank's gonna get you first.
You know, speculation. All right, where you at? Where'd that recon player go? Okay. Oh, the battery's so limited. Get there. Get there. Oh. So it does auto reload, which is kind of cool. What is going on with over here? Oh. There was a guy there.
Oh.
Man, Battlefield, I will not lie, it's one of those games where, like, if you walk away from Battlefield for a week to play Titanfall, and you come back to Battlefield,
And you're like, wait a minute.
You just start
Whoa.
you just start at ground zero all over again. Oh, there's a guy there.
Well, I've been saying that to people quite a bit, that the sort of like barrier for entry to Titanfall is so much lower.
Yeah.
Like, the thing, I love Battlefield, but like it is not a just pick up and play game, and I am impressed that Titanfall managed to overcome that sort of a thing. Like, you don't have to be a great player to enjoy the game.
Did you live? Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, if you put down Battlefield for a couple weeks to play another game, then you come back, you are starting at zero again.
I sometimes feel like if you put down Battlefield for a couple hours, you get a little soft.
There he
Oh.
is. Is that a friendly you just ran by me? I hope so, or else I'm gonna get knifed.
You definitely scared that sniper off.
Definitely made him run.
Yeah.
That's always a plus. Yep, there's a guy coming for me.
Bob Jones would like to see some explosive stuff. The chat is like lagging to heck right now. I don't even know how current the chats I'm looking at are. Let's reload it.
Oh, what?
I'm reloading the chat.
Oh, that's a weapon anyway. Gold Magnum's that's a...
Yeah, you know, it makes me want to get Second Assault.
The Gold Magnum.
That was my highest ranked weapon in Bad Company 2.
Should we try and raise and lower the bridge again? Because I totally have the other requirements.
Raise and lower the bridge, and then let's go to Metro and use lots of explosives.
Okay. Up.
Lots. We'll just get an ammo crate and throw lots of grenades.
These recon guys are good. I'm not gonna lie. I got some good recon players on this match right now.
There's a huge Titanfall ad on the chat room.
Battlefield advertising for Titanfall. Now that people have their like 20x scopes and such. Okay, where'd their team actually go? Are they back out in the field?
They've got some equipment out there apparently.
We are right for a mortar strike, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. You know, I took your advice on the using mortar on obliteration.
Here we go. Let's do this. Woohoo! Buzz bomb.
Very nice.
All right, come on, bipod, deploy properly. Yep, we gotta push.
Yeah, a lot of guys out there.
Suppressive fire.
They're just all running. Oh. Same
wow,
guy.
their entire team was there.
Yeah, seriously.
They're all pushing. Oh yeah, so we'll try some C4 explosives against the wall and see what happens.
Yeah. And you gotta do your raise and lower.
Okay, let's
Don't
do that.
forget to raise and lower.
All right, let's do the raise and lower.
Although at this point it looks like we might actually get to the end of the match.
We should also look for CTF because that is something in here now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? That's the only problem with so one really cool thing is if you use smoke, you can look through it with the FLIR, which I've always wanted to be able to do. So
Oh, that's a pretty cool feature.
It eliminates that.
Do you have any sense of what the best smoke is? Because for me, I found that like the 320 smoke was so much less dense than it used to be.
Yeah,
that it hardly even seemed worth using.
The grenade smoke is really good this time around. The 320 smoke is really weak. I think that's kind of a weird design decision, especially since 320 smoke is one of those things that can make or break a round of rush.
Yeah. Well, or, you know, before it was all about, you know, you needed smoke to push in Metro.
This thing is, that's the one thing about this, about the buzz bomb is basically it has a really far throw, so you have to be the right distance away to use it.
Yeah, you have like a window of space it can be used in because the battery runs out on the long end.
Yep.
And on the close end, it's yeah, it's got like a what 15 meter, 20 meter launch.
Don't do it.
I think that's a dead man.
Yeah, but the guy who got him is still there.
No, I think his body rolled out to the right.
All right, well. All right, raise and lower. It's going to happen.
Well, this answers our question about whether any of the wall is destructible.
Well, clearly some of it is. Whoa. Yep, that's my guy. All right.
Get to the button.
Get to the wall. All right, let's do this.
You
Take it all the way
You might
down?
have to back up a little bit. There you go. Okay. Is that all that happens? No, hit it again. All right. I think that may not be it.
We gotta check the ribbon, but I swear that I have all the other requirements for it. Whoa.
All right, so if you are just joining us, or I haven't said it recently enough, we are playing Battlefield 4 Second Assault DLC, which is just dropped for PS4, PC. Did it drop for 360 yet? Aaron, do you know?
Yes, 360 also.
Also for 360. It's been available for Xbox One for about 2 months. And it dropped today for premium members, right?
Yeah, 2
Okay.
weeks. 2 weeks premium exclusive, which is kind of strange because this thing was majorly delayed, wasn't it? I mean, I'm pretty
As
sure.
was, yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Microsoft didn't lock down like a month and a half of exclusive access to this thing
Yeah.
for Xbox One. All right. Well, I got less terrible.
So, all of these maps were in Battlefield 3 in one way or another.
All right. Let's look.
3 of them are originally from Battlefield 3.
So yeah. Oh, I don't have what?
You don't have your shotgun ribbon.
There's how many kills do you need for shotgun ribbon? I have so many shotgun kills.
Well, let's go to Metro and get you your shotgun ribbon.
All right. Let's do this.
So, 3 of the maps are Battlefield 3 originals. One of them is from Battlefield 2, but was in a DLC for Battlefield 3. That's Gulf of Oman. We have Operation Metro, Operation Firestorm, and Caspian Border are the maps. So I say Metro.
All right. Let's look for Metro.
Grab Metro, your favorite shotgun, and a box full of grenades.
That sounds reasonable. All right.
That's my vote.
Metro. Let's do that. I gotta say, I love Gulf of Oman. Caspian Border is a good reimagining. Operation Metro, I'm not sure if I'm prepared to get all that grindy again. And Firestorm's probably my least favorite map from Battlefield 3.
Oh, Cookie Rage is saying you have to get the shotgun ribbon on Caspian Border. I don't know if
And
that's
it looks
true. Is
like,
that true?
Looks like we broke it.
Oh, good.
Yep. What you can do? I downloaded it. I have it. Oh, DICE. You guys. And your launching of
Oh,
things.
are you trying to open China Rising? But you have China Rising.
I do. I have China Rising.
And why is a all
Oh,
Metro?
maybe it's because, okay, so I might have, this is a new, like, this is the work computer, so I might have to actually download China Rising, and because that is in this rotation, it won't let me join it.
Just, oh yeah.
My only requirements, there's one player on here.
And we don't know what map are they on? They're on Caspian anyway. Is there anything that's not on Caspian right now?
Apply filter. We'll also dig more into this a little bit later this week for you. We just wanted to get a real quick,
All right,
look at
scroll
this
up.
thing. Well, that has, look at the ping on that. It's like 207.
Scroll up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got Operation Metro checked. All right, we may have to take whatever second assault is available. Let's try this again. There's probably Metro in the rotation somewhere. Gulf of Oman noobs. Conquest large. Wow, look at those pings. Those are awful.
Wow, real bad. All right, anything that doesn't completely suck that has Metro in the rotation.
Looking for it. We got a fast connection in this office too. We're just getting terrible pings everywhere. Well, here's Gulf
Shadow's
of
asking
Oman.
for the SPAS 12. Do you have the SPAS 12 unlocked yet?
I do, yeah. Team deathmatch.
No, we don't want team deathmatch.
What is their rotation?
No!
What is their rotation? No, it's all Gulf of Oman. Team deathmatch. No, cancel. What are you doing, people?
Okay, I am academically curious what part of the map that's on, but I don't think we should play
I
it.
think we're gonna have to go back to Caspian.
No!
All right, here. Oh, Metro. No, that's the one with stupid.
Really low ping.
Uh,
Maybe you can use that to your
Oh, that's the one I
advantage
can't
somehow.
join because
Oh, right.
we didn't download
China
China Rising
Rising.
on this one. You can see if there's any rush maps going on. How does this make sense?
There's a
Gulf of
Oman
Oman.
Metro Caspian second assault only down at the very, very bottom.
Does it have any players in it?
Oh, well, no.
All right, let's check this one out.
No. I see that people aren't playing Metro.
Man, just Gulf of Oman. Map rotation. These are the Oman people.
Oman, Oman was huge.
We can do one round on
was
Oman,
huge.
and then we'll see if maybe Metro comes up somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever.
So this is something actually I've been very, very curious about is, has there been huge drop-off in the Battlefield community? I think it took them, you know, the game was pretty buggy at first. I don't agree that it was broken for most people. I think it was just buggy and kind of annoying. Then, you know, they delayed Second Assault DLC for a long time for everybody else. So, like, I wonder if that community strayed away. And then Second Assault is really just remakes of maps you've already played. It's not like it's, you know, the next DLC. Help me out here.
Yeah, I almost feel like that they shouldn't have. They should have done
Naval Assault.
They probably should have done the same thing they did. As much as I didn't like their release schedule last time around, I kind of feel like they made the right decision making the remade maps the free with pre-order maps. Like we all got Strike at Carcand for pre-ordering, so it didn't really matter that they were recycled maps. Like it was just kind of okay.
They're already going up there.
That's classic Oman.
Classic, so classic. They're already up there.
Well, maybe there's now a way to get up. Well, no, if they took a helicopter, there probably isn't. See if there's a way up now. Maybe there's a ladder or staircase.
You might be able to get, let me see, I can't remember. Oh, if that didn't explode, that would have been my way up.
Look, see if there's a ladder on the crane.
Yeah, there might be. No, not so much. There's a crane. So, like, these things can drop. You might have to hit them with explosives. I remember watching something on these things dropping. Oop.
And drawing attention to yourself, always a good idea.
So I know those can drop. I think you can actually destroy some of the cranes now. All right, let's get into an LAV and wreck some shit.
Oh, is that the sandstorm coming?
That is the sandstorm coming. That's the other, major part of this.
Rad.
All right.
Otherwise, it looks almost identical to.
Yeah, I mean, there's an extra sandstorm. Okay, let's try some destruction. Just see what happens.
Go out into the sandstorm.
Well, I just gotta aim the nose of this up so I can try and shoot things. All right, we'll go around the back.
I'm not seeing the sandstorm.
So I think you and I got into a private server on Oman, and both of us got our record headshot distances just by messing around in a private server, which they don't have anymore for some weird reason.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go,
Oh,
sandstorm
here we go.
coming in. It's always fun though. I kind of miss those private servers. They were always kind of fun for screwing around. That is an enemy helicopter.
I'm digging the sandstorm. It looks cool.
One thing the sandstorm does do is, limit snipers' abilities to just sit up in that tower for the whole match.
Probably also it makes it possible to get Alpha a little bit more easily, because Alpha was always like that.
That's a helicopter. Oh, how many would it be if I hit this thing? Oh! I don't think I can. But...
Oh, come on, battery. Come on. Oh.
Chasing it. Oh, so close. You see how close that was? I haven't gotten the air burst yet. Thanks for repairing. We gotta go. Whoa. Oh, that was a bomb. That was
like a cruise missile? Do you have a... No, there isn't a commander.
Are you a tank and or are you occupied?
It is not occupied.
Everybody get in one of these tanks, because otherwise they're gonna get in the tanks. Oop, they're occupied now. Where are they?
Right there.
Oop, didn't save my loadouts.
Oh no. What do you normally have on there?
Haha.
his
cage is.
His,
I've noticed the cage doesn't seem to blow away like it did in 3.
I think that might have been active protection. In addition.
I usually have Zuni rockets on my IFV,
Yeah.
but for some reason when I logged into this computer, like Battlelog just randomly lost half of my my unlocks. Oh, well, that's a creative use, like lower left corner. It's a very creative use of artistic, assets.
Yeah, assets, literally.
Yep, totally lost my Zuni rockets. All right, I'll go back out and.
You're gonna have to. I can edit your loadout for you, but you'll need to log in.
So Sandstorm, yeah, that's what Oman's got. Got sandstorms now.
Otherwise, it looks exactly the same.
Otherwise, it's Oman. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're a little bit late to the game on this.
I feel like if they were gonna bring in like fan favorites, they shouldn't have done the easy thing and ported straight from Battlefield 3. Because the thing that was really impressive about Back to Karkand originally was that, all of those maps needed to be like upgraded and brought into Battlefield 3. And yes, Craig Orius, that's what she said. They were updated,
that's
upgraded.
active. Do you see the active protection pop? That was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
So active protection is most useful against a stream of IFV shots.
Yeah.
Because the tank, in between the reload time, the tank you'll run out of your active protection.
Yeah. My experience is that it's best against IFVs.
It's a good addition, though. I'll take it.
But anyway, as I was saying, the Back to Karkand maps, they were all, old maps that were upgraded for Battlefield 3, and it feels like Second Assault is like doesn't have like the upgrade to it. It's just like from what I've seen so far, it feels like they've just taken the Battlefield 3 maps and in this case added weather. Or in the case of Caspian, they've added some tunnels and a more substantial wall, but it still feels like very much the same familiar map. Whereas the difference between Gulf of Oman now and Gulf of Oman back on Battlefield 2 is actually fairly significant, graphically and in terms of like how it feels and its size. And honestly, for my money and what definitely would have had me throwing down coin, because I haven't gotten this expansion yet either, would have been if they had some Bad Company 2 maps.
Whoa.
Because I thought the map design in Bad Company 2 was by far the best in the whole series.
The horseshoe-shaped maps that we've been talking about?
They had some zigzags, they had some different shapes, they had a lot of variety to terrain and elevation.
What? Oh, he must have killed me.
And you know what, I think that the other smart thing that they did in Bad Company 2 was that the maps were designed for specific game modes. So like, there were maps that were designed for Rush, there were maps that were designed for Conquest. And then they would later, insofar as they ported anything, like later they would add those other game modes to those maps as a like separate like release. And you would then have the opportunity of playing a map in a way you had never played before, but they were definitely clearly built for
I just shot down that
a certain play type or a certain game mode.
I totally just nailed that attack chopper. Oh, I just took all those IFE shots. But now there's too many of them. Being chased by an IFE.
Yeah, Daniel Meltzer says, I honestly feel that Bad Company 2 is better than BF3 and 4 in map style and gameplay in general. Bad customization, though.
We've had this discussion before. There's no question that the controls and the weapons and everything were vastly improved over Bad Company.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Then the map design, to their credit, has gotten better.
In 4?
In 4 than 3. Mm-hmm. In 3 they had a lot of flat, straight lines, which are just super uninteresting. Which is why I was kind of like disappointed that Firestorm was one of the maps Because I think Firestorm sort of embodies the flat, straight ethos that made it kind of boring. Where are you at? Oh, building.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, if I hadn't played Oman and Metro about 3,000 times a piece, I again would have been more excited with this.
Where's capping from?
This DLC.
My guy's trying to figure out where he's capping from too. There's an enemy in here somewhere. Let's run up the stairs here.
But yeah, no, I would agree that the vanilla maps for Battlefield 4 are definitely improved.
Where'd he go? Did he get him? Must have gotten him.
You know, and as stupid as Levolution sounds, it works pretty well in some of the maps.
I'm all about the concept of Levolution. Maybe the execution needed to be there a little bit more. Can you get up in this building? We'll just explore the map a little bit too.
I have no idea if this is true, but if I had to speculate, I would say that DICE decided that they wanted to have more dynamic effects in their battles, and they started designing their maps based on that idea. And then at some point, that got around to Electronic Arts, who decided that that had to have a branding to it, and decided to call it Levolution. Like, Levolution just sounds like a bad marketing idea. And if you try to take a buzzword like Levolution and shoehorn it into every map design, then some of them are definitely going to be disappointing. So, like, in the idea of Levolution, I think, you know, some of those maps are disappointing based on what expectation comes from that term. But if you just look at them as fun maps, or just the gameplay itself, each of those maps is actually quite good. And even though some of them have less significant events than others, they're still cool. Although I'll admit, Lankang Dam, I don't understand the deal with the dam coming down. It affects almost nothing. There's like one road that it blocks, if that.
I am all about the idea of Levolution. I just don't think it needed to be so limited to like one thing per map. You can do it like, I don't know, Red Faction Guerrilla, where you just have a high level of destruction. And, you know, whether that destruction is on a dam or that destruction is on a building, you know, like you break the dam, the water comes out. But it's not
like that in Flood
It's not
Zone.
like this. It's not like it has to be this dam.
Oh.
It's not like it has to be this dam or that dam. It's just, you know, if there are dams in the game and they have water behind them, they are destructible. It's not like that dam is the dam on this map that you destroy.
Yeah,
you know. I think that, you know, maybe we'll see if like they continue the concept in the next iteration of Battlefield. But you know, my biggest issue with Levolution was that it just didn't go far enough. I really, really like the idea. I think that maps should change and adapt as players are on them. I don't like the idea of static maps anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that was sort of the thing that we got such a, you know, good taste of from Bad Company. You know, with like, you know, they had really like this severe terrain deformation, and also having all of the buildings destructible meant that, like, you know, if you went to capture a point, you know, 10 minutes into the match, it wasn't the same as the first time you went there. You know, like all the buildings are gone, or the terrain is just
I can make it all the way out
deep cuts in the terrain.
Oh, they still have that turret, do they? That's funny. You can apparently get all the way out there. That's actually not so good, because that means a dominating helicopter pilot could potentially,
like they always have.
Yeah, go all the way to the ship and destroy helicopters on the landing pad.
Yep. But who would do that in Battlefield? Come on.
Look at this chap. You are my hero, whoever you are. Oop. All right, we're getting sniped at.
So if you're just joining us, we are playing the Second Assault DLC for Battlefield 4, which is essentially Battlefield 3 for Battlefield 4. It is 4 maps. It's Operation Firestorm, Operation Metro, Gulf of Oman, and Caspian Border. dropped today for PC, PS4, Xbox 360 for premium members, and it's been out for about 2 months for Xbox One. And we are currently on Gulf of Oman. It looks like the sandstorm has blown over. The most apparent significant change to the map is the sandstorm. I don't think we've found any hidden tunnels or
the throw on that is crazy.
Anything particularly unique. Or at least not that I've noticed. Oh, yeah.
Somehow I survived that.
Oh.
All right, let's grab another class. Oh, yeah,
Somebody would like you to give them a wave.
Two-hand wave. What? My hand got cut off. Here we go. You know, again, this is the first time we've gotten our hands on this since a preview event months ago, so I'd like to play this a bunch more and then bring you guys a more thoughtful piece. But we just thought we'd hang out with you guys in the chat here.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Right now, I've realized that Titanfall has made me soft and weak.
Yeah.
I think when it comes down to it.
The Titanfall beta break from Battlefield.
Yeah. All right. I was going to go. Let me get my IFV in proper order. Did people out there play the Titanfall beta? I know that was like kind of our coverage this entire week.
Yeah, we've been playing so much Titanfall. Yeah. Anybody else out there play Titanfall? I really liked the beta.
Yeah.
I gotta admit.
Honestly, it's one of those games that there's not a lot of
And you know,
there's not a lot of games that I will step away from Battlefield to play, and Titanfall proved itself to be one of those games to me.
Well, you know, it's pretty refreshing to play a game that feels like it has all of its purpose dialed in.
So
you know, it's not clunky or unwieldy. And
one of the most interesting things the devs said, which they came up with in an interview we put up this morning called Pilots vs. Titans, was that they, you know, multiplayer, they said, is a zero-sum game, meaning if somebody's getting 30 kills in a round, somebody's dying 30 times. So whoever is dying 30 times is not necessarily having fun playing. So they put in bots in the game in order to give less skilled players something to basically kill.
Farm.
To farm and kill. It also, you know, it reduces your Titanfall countdown timer. But it's also something for the newer players so that they feel like they're having an impact on the game.
Well, and even beyond that, I like the aesthetic it brings to the Battlefield, having like more sort of soldiers running around. Obviously, it's not the same as Battlefield, but let's see. Sakatumi would like you to do a sexy dance next after the wave.
I don't know how good my sexy dances are these days.
Pedo86 is asking me whether I'd like to see the XM prototypes come back from Bad Company 2. You know, honestly, not really. I got a decent amount of use out of them in Bad Company, but I have to say that I personally am more of a, like, I like modern warfare scenarios that use like common use weapons more than like prototypes and sci-fi stuff. So like the XMs were never that appealing to me. I'd rather have like the 416 or an M16 or an AK, like just something that to me just feels more
grounded in modern times.
Yeah, I'm not as into the sci-fi-ish stuff. So the XMs never really appealed to me. Although I have to admit the LMG in that line was pretty savage in Bad Company 2. That one was a hard one for me to stay away from. Like I had to admit that one was, I did go to that pretty regularly.
The AS Val is a returning weapon too.
Yeah, yes. In addition to 4 maps, there are roughly 1 gun per weapon class. I know that a couple were left out. Like there isn't a new pistol, and there isn't a new.
And they still don't have our G53, which is our favorite engineer weapon from 3.
Oh, I missed the G53. I wish they would bring that back.
I like weapons where when you aim them at other players, they die.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of miss that. The G53 always did that.
On the Arsenal wants to know, guys, what's your favorite gun in Battlefield 4? Do you have a favorite?
I just really miss the G53, but the Type 88 LMG is pretty savage.
Yeah, we saw you rocking that a little bit earlier.
Especially at range. That thing is pretty incredible at range. Oh, here comes it.
Well, what's my favorite? I don't know. I mean, my highest ranked weapon on Battlelog is the 1911, but that's my thing.
You are unusual.
I love the 1911, pretty much every time. And then my second ranked is the M4, but I feel like just because I was using it a lot. I don't know. All around, probably honestly, like if I really had to make a decision, probably the 416. I kind of feel like the 416 is something that You've always
liked that one.
I've always been able to work with in, since Bad Company 2. I kind of just wish it was an all-class weapon.
I was very impressed by the AK-5C, the starting carbine weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I leveled the hell out of that thing, enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm taking fire from behind. I leveled the hell out of that thing, enjoyed it thoroughly. The only reason I put it down is because it was the starting weapon, and you have a natural desire to try new things out, try new weapons out. But I honestly, I think one thing they've done a really good job of in Battlefield 4 is making starting weapons very well balanced, very well rounded. Who the junk is shooting at me? Wow.
Somebody thinks we should have stylish name tags on our foreheads. There's a question.
Yes, so starting weapons very well rounded in Battlefield 4.
Definitely, I would say more so than the last time around, although I'm still an M4 fan. And there's a question of how we would feel if DICE added AI in a future Battlefield, and honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, when I started playing Battlefield, it was mostly against bots because I didn't have a lot of friends to play with online, and I got really used to bots in Battlefield. From 42 up through Battlefield 2, I liked that. So honestly, I wouldn't mind if there's 64 players in a Conquest match and then there's still a whole nother 30 AI on a team. And especially because I like, the way it's used in Titanfall is that some of the presence of those bots isn't just running around and shooting at stuff. They actually create a kind of aesthetic to the battlefield, because sometimes you'll see one bot tending to a wounded bot, and sometimes you'll see a friendly and an enemy bot fighting each other hand to hand. It creates a little bit of an aesthetic to the narrative of the battle, which I kind of like. So. If it was more of that kind of thing, where you just come across a squad of guys that are pinned down behind a wall or something like that, if those are the bots, and that's kind of cool, because then, the human players will stand out a little bit, but the bots will create that feeling of more of a, a dramatic war zone than just a first-person shooter, if that makes sense. What else do we got here?
Yeah, I think Titanfall is changing the game, to be honest. It really is. It really sold me on bots. I was not convinced before.
You are screwed right now.
Can I get in?
Oh, you can go inside.
Woohoo!
Finally found something new.
Changes.
And it saved your life.
Well, let's see if they come after me. Is there an elevator now? I see an elevator button. What's up with that?
There ought to be. There's a rooftop.
There's an elevator.
It's on the other side. Or the other side.
Is there an elevator? I do like elevators. Oh,
there
there's an elevator. Yay!
See, no more epic ladder climb.
All right, well that's a plus. It's got nice wood.
Is the ladder gone?
Nice wood paneling. I was looking for the ladder and I couldn't find it.
And also in response to the bots thing, I actually might be in the minority. I don't know if
there's an interior.
Whoa.
Holy crap!
Is there anything here?
Okay, well I guess they did do some changes. Can I get through a door? Nope.
Here we go.
All right.
Wow, great place for a shitload of claymores.
Okay, yeah, I'm into it. Good sniper perch.
Is there just random C4 there?
People sleeping on the roof, apparently.
Yep, sniper spot.
This is definitely, where people hang out and snipe.
But back to the bots thing, I also liked the onslaught mode that Bad Company 2 had. I thought that was actually fun. Like,
Oh yeah, versus bots.
yeah, I mean it was like sort of Rush-like, 4-player co-op. I like co-op shooters enough. Like, I like horde modes even. As much as I love the competitive multiplayer, every once in a while it's actually kind of fun to just like sit down with a few friends and kick some AI butt. And we're getting close to the end here, Samson. So I think we should try to, if we can, fit in a moment or two of some shotgun on Metro.
Okay. Let me just quit out. Let me do something stupid.
You could jump.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to rodeo the tank that's down there on the ground?
All right, I'm gonna rodeo the tank because that's the thing you can do in Battlefield. Let's rodeo this tank. Yep.
Oh no, maybe the tank didn't make it.
Let's
Get him.
Oh,
You got to pull the chute.
What are you talking about? Just hit my jump pack button. It's gonna wall run.
You got a wall run, of course.
Yeah. All right, let's quit out here real quick. We'll see if we can get in real fast on Metro before
Hopefully
we go.
we get into Metro.
We appreciate you guys just hanging out with us. We'll call this a lazy Wednesday stream. Yeah. I'll get my hand, now that the Titanfall beta is actually done today.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my hands on Second Assault, play it a bunch more this week, and then come back to you guys with a little bit more thoughtful segment on it. Let's see. Let's go Metro. Where are you at? Somebody's got to be playing Metro.
Sledderer makes a good point here. He says, I feel like there should always be options for bots if someone wants them, and in case the game's multiplayer is dead, so you can still play if you want to. Honestly, I think that's a really good point. If you just feel like playing the game and either
domination.
and
we'll take it.
We'll take it.
Even
if there's a low player population, like being able to play the game that you like and having that filled in by bots doesn't sound that bad to me. Even if even if they're easy to kill and they don't provide that much of a challenge, it's still, the game that you want to play.
Although, again, I think that Titanfall is sort of redefining what bots are supposed to do. I think a lot of games have made the mistake of having bots try and approximate other players, and in that regard, they usually fail. Whereas in Titanfall, bots are just they're like the thing that you farm.
Yeah.
Like, telling your SCV to go get crystals in StarCraft.
Oh, yeah. Like, you basically have to be already injured and dying.
It didn't... What? Battlelog? You ass.
You basically have to already be injured and dying for a bot to kill you in Titanfall. Like, they're really weak.
They're not there to kill you, really. They're there to farm.
Although the robots do have rockets.
Wow. Also, can we... I don't know. We have... You and I have different opinions on this, but I want to get rid of mini-maps. I don't really like mini-maps. I don't like having to always look in the lower left corner while I'm playing.
Oh, I play hardcore, man. I don't even have mini-maps. I'm also anti-mini-map. You know what though? I'll be honest. Actually, in Battlefield 3, hardcore had mini-maps unless they eventually they got rid of them. But the thing is that without 3D spotting, the spot mechanic is completely pointless in hardcore.
Yeah.
So having the mini-map kind of made sense because you could still see them on the mini-map.
Actually, I don't want the 870. I want my 1040.
The other thing is you just get used to checking the big map. You just go to the pause screen and check the big map, and it's really easy to do.
What I don't like about mini-maps is that I think they take away from the enjoyment of a game. I like 3D spotting. I'm a huge fan of 3D spotting because it's present, it's in-game, you see it in front of you, it's good communication with your teammates. Mini-maps, do you really enjoy staring at the lower left corner of the screen? I mean, honestly, can you say that you enjoy doing that while you're... I like looking at my shotgun, I like looking at the people I'm shooting at. I don't like staring at this tiny thing in the lower left corner of my screen all the time. It's just not fun to do.
You get a 3x on your 1014 there.
Yeah, when you've got
ADS tightens the spread, right? Nice tri-beam laser. You got
Yeah.
a tricked out 1014.
So yeah, the funny thing is, I was totally trying to level this 1014 to get other shotguns, and like many other things in this game, once I did it, I didn't want any other shotgun. Like this once.
Oh yeah, I mean the 1014 was my go-to in Battlefield 3. I used it constantly. In fact, I didn't really like any other shotgun in Battlefield 3. I mean, the SPAS 12 was a good addition, but
So it's
the
funny.
1014 was the only one I really cared about in 3.
Yeah, the 1014. So I used that to try and level to the UTS shotgun, which I had really liked until I realized it was broken. The UTS shotgun will fire entire groupings to the left or right of the peg, the front peg. So until they fix that, I can't go back to it. But you know, the funny thing is, in the process of leveling to try and get the UTS, I ended up just loving the 1014.
Yeah. I've gravitated to the 870 in Battlefield 4. And I like it enough. Plus, I unlocked the SPAS a little while ago, and I'm enjoying that as well. Craigoria says, if you're wearing headphones playing in FPS on hardcore, it's more exciting hearing someone around the corner than seeing a blip on your screen. More immersive. And I actually totally agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, Insurgency.
I mean, you know, it's one of those things that, like, you know, once you sit down with like a good gaming headset and get into something like Battlefield, and Battlefield of all of them, and you know, better even than Titanfall, has the best sound. Like, the sound is so intense, it's so good, and
I'll try and
you
show
know,
you guys if
yeah,
I
just
make the
relying on hearing people and call-outs from your team is pretty satisfying when it works.
Yeah, Insurgency. That was a game recently that didn't have a mini map.
Oh, so this is the new
This is the new hallway. Yeah, you can close that door. I think there's guys coming up this way. See your shining little faces. All right, this is gonna be suicidal, but what the hell?
Suicide!
Oh, they're all up. They're all up top. There's also like an elevator. It's a little bit random. There's elevators here.
Oh, use the elevator. Oh no.
Where did you come from?
Another doorway?
Yeah. Oh, he came through the doorway that I came through. He just followed me.
I see the stairs just disappeared.
There's a set of elevators, but I did not find that it negated the doorway of death, or the stairway of death at all. The stairway of death is still just the stairway of death.
Ghostic says minimap is quicker than going to the pause screen for the map. It's true, but that's the thing, is that, you know, you get used to just
I got you.
like going to the pause screen real quick.
Thank you.
Pop in, pop out.
You're a rad guy.
You know, and you only do it when you think you're safe to do it. Like, I don't think I ever have gotten killed checking the map since
Also,
on Battlefield 4.
The tunnel's flooded over here. I gotta run around that thing. It's weird. The concept of this is as though it's the same Metro just years later, and nobody ever fixed it. Wow, my team's getting annihilated.
I like the idea of altering the map. Dang. Why isn't that guy dropping health?
Here's the thing, though. Like, Battlefield players, I think, are some of the best in the business. So if you can, like, come out with an even KD in Battlefield, it's good practice for any other game you'll ever play.
Yeah.
You know,
Are we
maybe
close to the end of this match? Oh yeah, you guys are about to get... We gotta wind down.
All right, this is it after.
As much as I'd like to see more.
More of me dying.
More of you dying.
Because Titanfall made me soft.
It's true. Which guys slide out.
That's the other thing with Battlefield. This is a game that you can't play tired.
Pedo86 wants to know if we're hiring or we have jobs. We take people. You can, I think, just check on CBSI jobs site for GameSpot.
Yeah, there's occasional hires.
And, you know, we've got offices in UK and Australia and in the US, so definitely keep an eye out for an opening.
All right, well, that was Metro, a little bit flooded, a little bit different.
Been playing on PC. This was the second DLC for Battlefield 4. It's all Battlefield 3 maps. Technically, I mean, Oman looks to me like it's the Battlefield 3 version of Oman, so I'm gonna go with that.
So here's the good news, though, because it took them so long to get Second Assault out. What is it, naval
something.
Naval
the
assault.
next one, yeah.
The next naval one. That's
something with assault in the title. Maybe?
That's out next month.
Naval something.
That's out next month.
Oh, that's good. You know that it's good to have a release schedule that's swifter than last time. I mean, spreading it out over like a year and a half with months and months in between expansions was just, it was, you know, by the last two, I hardly even played them.
Yeah.
So, you know, having something that's close enough to release where I'm still passionate about the game is good.
So we're looking forward to getting our hands on something that isn't just remakes of Battlefield 3 maps.
Yes, something new.
So again, you know, we'll dig our way a little bit more into Second Assault, bring you a little bit more thoughtful piece. And then next month, we'll bring you the next DLC for Battlefield. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day, everybody.
Later.